What is up, optimistic family? Today's video is going to be something a little special. We're going to learn how to get past Nintendo and play certain games online without having a Nintendo Switch Online subscription. Now, for a lot of people, this is going to be a crazy breakthrough. And for a lot of other people, this is going to be one of those, this kind of sucks, I don't like it scenarios. And the only reason I say that is because not everybody plays on LAN, but there is enough people out there around the world who play on LAN because they have a banned Switch or they can't afford Nintendo Switch Online. So it's okay. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not the worst. I've played on LAN, and there's usually, like, let's say we're playing Pokemon, there's usually a few stamps that show up, and if, you want to trade with somebody, you're most likely going to get a trade. If you want to battle with someone, I'm not really sure. Don't really try to battle with people that often, but I figured this tutorial would be kind of useful for those who can't afford NSO, or for those people in the server who want to do hacked raids with us and come and hang out. We usually do those through LAN, but we are starting to kind of tinker and think about, hey, let's just go ahead and start doing hacked raids again. So that may be coming up soon, but we don't know yet. Now, another thing, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys very quickly how to use the new Sysbot. I know a lot of people are like, how do we do it? What do we do? I can't read the Microsoft document that's in chat rules. Now, some of you, may not want to click the link. Some of you may think I'm trying to fish you and take your money. I'm not. I don't want your address. I don't want your IP address, and I definitely don't want your money. So in chat rules, if you look the channel titled #chatrules, you're going to see a Word document in there that explains to you exactly what to do. However, I don't mind going over what to do in the channel. It seems like the server is relatively safe. I don't think I've been reported. So we'll see how it goes. So let's go ahead, jump into this. I'll show you guys what you need to do as far as LAN play goes. And then from there, we'll show you, kind of what needs to be done to work with the Sysbot as well. So I will see you guys momentarily. Let's go ahead and jump on to the desktop. All right, so to go ahead and get started, first things first, you're going to make your way to lan-play.com. Now, this is the tutorial that they have put up, and I still had some issues with it, so I'm going to try to help you tinker with it. I'm going to kind of show you like the GitHub that you're going to need to go to as well to get one of the programs that are required, because they don't bother specify exactly where that's at unless they've updated this since. I will have links to this website, and I will have links to the other website as well. But for now, I'm just going to show you how to get it set up on your PC, and then I'm going to show you how to get it set up in terms of your Switch as well. So we're going to go ahead and do things first on the PC because it's the most important step. So go ahead, go to lan-play.com, and then you're going to go over to install. Now, it's going to tell you to set up your Switch and stuff first, but we're going to work backwards. So this says computer configuration Windows. This is first you need to install WinPCAP. You're not going to install WinPCAP. It's outdated and it's very vulnerable to viruses. Do not get WinPCAP. Instead, once you click the WinPCAP link, it's going to take you to it, and you're going to go here to where it says we recommend using NPCAP instead. The link will also be in the description below to save you a little bit of time and clicks. So here is the NPCAP website. So you're going to go down and you're going to pick NPCAP 0.9994 installer. Now, when we run this installer, once it's, booted up here. Now, I'm not going to install it. I've already got it installed. It's probably going to try to have me repair mine. So you'll go ahead and run it. You'll hit I agree. The only thing you'll need to do here is make sure that the bottom thing, which it's checked by default, make sure that it's ticked and it says install NPCap and WinCap API compatible mode. That is one of the first things that you want to make sure of. You can go ahead and click install. Now you don't necessarily have to reboot your PC, but you most definitely can. So I'll go ahead and cancel out of this since I already have it installed. Congratulations, you're one step closer. Now next up, it tells you here, it says then double click on LAN play win64.exe. Now, where do you get LAN-play-win64.exe? Well, that's a good question. Now, if I can remember how to do this properly, I'm going to show you guys how to figure out what you are running on your PC. Now, for most of you, you'll probably be running Windows 60 or the 64-bit version of Windows. So, but some people do run the 32-bit. Now, you should be able to right click. Let's see. Okay, go ahead, go to your desktop. No, I don't remember. Oh goodness. Oh well, either way, you should be running Windows 64-bit. If you're not, and if you're not sure, you can choose the Windows 32 once we get there. So you can go ahead and close out of the NPCap, open up a new tab. So now we're gonna go to not landplay.com. Instead, we're gonna type in landplay that, well, you guys won't. I'll have a link for you, but you could type in lan-play-win64.exe and it's going to take you to a link right here that says github.com/space-meow-x2. So go ahead and head over there, and just like if you had ever downloaded Syspot in the past, you will click this little green check mark and you can get the latest commit. Now I believe they have a release section somewhere. GitHub has changed, which it actually looks like there was an update for it as well. So that's some good news. This happened less than 15 days ago. Now if you're on Linux or Mac, you can grab one of those. And then if you are running Windows, obviously you'll grab the LAN play win64.exe. Now, we're almost done on the PC. So next up, we're gonna go here. Now this is the switch part that we don't really care too much about just yet. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna hit home on landplay.com, and we're gonna find a good server that relatively doesn't have a lot of people on it. Now, whether it does or not, you want to pick one that's closest to your country, right? So these are French, this is United States, Canada, and so on and so forth. So the one that I prefer to use, the one that most prefer to use, is frog-skins.com 11451. So what you can do is you can click this little copy button next to it, and you can go ahead and run LAN play, and you'll be greeted with a screen that looks like this. Now it's going to say relay server address is required. What we just copied is the relay server address, and it says input the relay server address, domain, IP port. So we can go ahead and Control V or Command V if you are on Mac, and hit enter. Now, don't worry about any of this. Don't worry about any of this. This part doesn't matter. Come down here, it's gonna say what the server IP is, blah, blah, blah. Now we're ready to move on to hooking it in with the switch. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so here we are on the switch. Now, this is the more complex part. Now, some people get a little worried because once they change their settings on their internet, they think, oh God, I'm never gonna be able to play online again. You will, I promise. So go ahead, head over to System Settings, go to your internet, and go to Internet Settings. Now, mine is already set to manual, but for different reasons that aren't LAN. This switch doesn't like to connect to the internet, so I had to run it through the DMZ port on my router, which is a little more complex than most should ever have to do. But in LAN, it's not all that bad. So click on the Wi-Fi that you jump onto and then go to Change Settings. Now, all of this is going to stay the same, but for you, you're going to notice that these two settings are going to be automatic. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it to manual, and it's automatically gonna take both your IP and your DNS, and it's gonna set it to manual. Now for here, you're gonna wanna go to your IP address, and you're gonna wanna pull up a LAN play and go back to the little install area. Now it's gonna tell you that you have to manually edit your IP address. This IP address can be literally anything, okay? Within bounds, which I'll put this in the description too. So the IP address has to start with 10.13. And now the numbers that come after that can be anything up to 255.254, which means you could do 10.13.7.85. Like it could be literally anything as long as it starts with 10.0. Or as long as it starts with 10.13. As long as it starts with that, you're gonna be fine. Now, the only one you can't put in there is 10.13.37.1 because that is the gateway that we need to connect to LAN. Now, I know it sounds complex, but you guys are good at making up random numbers because we play Pokemon and we deal with random numbers all the time. So from there, we're gonna go ahead and click on IP address. And now we're gonna go ahead and do the 10.13. And then I guess I did kind of like the number I gave you guys. So it's like 10.13.7.12. Let's do that. Next up, your subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. Now, again, I was pretty close to that already because of the DMZ that I had to do. Then we're going to change the gateway to the number I told you not to set your IP address as. So 10.13.37.1. Perfect. Now, on your DNS, it also has instructions for that. I think you can still use Google DNS, but I mean, I would rather go by the book and follow what it says to do. So it's 163.172.141.219. Now, before we finish, I do know that to a lot of you this seems stupid complex, but I promise you this setup is probably the hardest part because I'll show you what happens anytime you want to switch back to LAN and you want to switch back to normal. So go ahead, jump in this. The secondary DNS is 207.246.121.77. Super easy, super clean. Go ahead and hit plus. Now, the cool part about this is after you've saved it, right? And you go ahead and set your MTU to 1500 too. That ensures it to be a little bit on the faster side. You can set it to auto connect, obviously, or if you have like a 5G network and you have a 2G network, you could actually change your 5G network to be your LAN, and you could do your 2.5 gigahertz. You could set that to your normal, so you can swap between the two anytime you want. But it's still easy to make the swap. So once you save it, now, you remember the program that we got, the landplay.win64exe? I automatically connected. Now we'll go ahead, I'm gonna swap you over to the monitor here. So that, here is LandPlay. Now on LandPlay, you'll notice after we change those settings, you'll get iConnection. Right? This means you are automatically connected to LAN. That is exactly what we want. We're immediately connected to LAN. Now, if you're game sharing, you're gonna have some trouble pulling it up on your switch. So I won't be able to use this same switch to show you exactly how the LAN works. So I'll be switching over to a new switch in just a second. So with this, we'll go ahead and swap back over to the switch. I'll show you anyways what the switch will say if you have the program running. Now, if you don't have land-play-win64 running, you will not get a correct message, okay? It will not work. So after you've saved all the settings, you can go ahead and hit connect to this network. It's gonna run through and it's gonna say successfully connected. You are connected to the LAN server. Always do this, even if it does say iConnection, go ahead and hit connect to this network, because that way it'll knock you back out and you're good. Now, if you try to run a test connection, it will fail. You don't have to run a test connection. You already ran it through the change internet settings, so you're good. So now, if you game share, Nintendo is going to have to try to check services to make sure you can play online, which means when you do this, it's going to tell you an error has occurred. Now, it happens. Okay, I'll go over onto the other switch. We'll change the IP on it. And then from there, I'll show you guys what it looks like when you officially connect to Pokemon or whatever game. Now, unfortunately, Animal Crossing doesn't support this yet. I know you guys are stoked for Animal Crossing, but Animal Crossing does not support LAN play yet, guys. Kind of sucks, but it's a part of it. Again, make sure you connect to internet whenever you want to swap back to normal. We're just going to test this out. It could say there's an error that's occurred. Okay. Here's the other thing I wanted to tell you guys. When you switch back to automatic, when you take your happy butts back there, restart the switch. Okay. Now it sucks because whenever I restart this switch, I have to go back in and redo custom firmware. But it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and restart the switch, and then we'll go ahead and make the hot swap to the one that we can do custom firmware on. Just realized that I said switch you could do custom firmware on. This is not custom firmware, this is LAN play, and I apologize. Okay, so on this, we aren't questioned. Whenever we go to sign in, it doesn't say checking if software can be played, which is exactly what we want. We want to own the copy of the game before we can do this. Now, there are some workarounds, even if you are game sharing, but I do recommend you owning the copy of the game that you have. So, what we want to do from here is we want to go back into settings on this switch. Now, I do actually think I have LAN set up on this switch too, which is actually really cool. That way we could save a little bit of time. So I do have a LAN server set up. I'll make sure that it is 10.13.56.89, all kinds of random, 1500 MTU. So we do already have LAN set up on this one. So we're gonna go ahead and get connected to network since LAN-play-win64 is still running. Now, for most games, these commands stay the same, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and jump into Pokemon Shield, because this is the easiest game to showcase what you need to do to connect to LAN. Now, I wish I could probably show you game and my face at the same time, but to keep the quality a little higher, we're just gonna do this, you know, simple and clean. Is the way you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. Okay. Go ahead and press X. Do your thing. Go over to your options wheel. Now, this is the easy part. Hold down the L button, the R button, and then push in the left stick on your Joy-Con. You're gonna get a thing that says booting up LAN mode. Please wait. It's gonna load up. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah. Okay. The mode has been switched to LAN mode. Please note that operations other than max raid battles are not guaranteed. When you stop using LAN mode, please save your game and turn it off. Alright. Perfect, we are connected to LAN. We do not need to press Y and push start. None of that. We're not connecting to the internet, right? We're not going to connect. Now, as you can already tell, there's not a whole lot of people playing right now. We are connected on frog skins, and for the most part, there's not going to be a whole lot of people playing. And on the same website that I told you to go to, the LANplay.com or whatever, once you get there, you can see if certain people are playing the game on a certain server. Now, like I said, we use frog skins to host LAN raids, or to go over here into like our Pokemon area. I don't think I have any in this one. I think it's all on my custom firmware Switch. I've moved all of these over actually. Let me see if I've still got it in the box. I don't know if I have them or not. I don't. So I had a bunch of illegals. We'll use Zarid for example. And is this, that's not Pokeball Magearna, but whatever. So we can take illegals like, let's say, Shiny Zeraora, which I think it's legal now, or Zarude, and we can trade it over land and gift those illegal Pokemon to people so that they can use them in game to experience that. So there's a lot of benefits to it, and there's some drawbacks, again, like usually not a lot of people playing at once, but sometimes you can get with other friends that are in, say, discord.gg/optimism, the best server in the world. Or you can get with other people. I think there's an actual LAN party Discord. It's somewhere on the website. You can check it out as well. There's people in there wanting to play all the time. And then, of course, we'll have the LAN portion of the server open back up to the public, so you guys can go in there and play around. So that is it in terms of LAN play and playing under Nintendo's radar. A list of compatible games can be found in the description of this video. So if you're watching it on TV, swap over to your phone so you can see the description. If you're watching it again on TV, swap over to your PC, swap over to your laptop, Mac, doesn't matter. Swap over, check the description, click the link, follow through, you know, check out what games are compatible. I know Bayonetta 2 is, I know Mario Kart 8 is compatible, I know obviously Pokemon is compatible, and for most of these games they don't exactly come with instructions on how to get into LAN play mode, but most of them do follow the whole LR left stick method. But game developers put these settings in here because they, I guess, thought, hey, you know, maybe people want to have some kind of crazy LAN party like back in the olden days. But I mean, now we can connect through LAN wirelessly with other people across the world with this same method. So it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Now, next up, I'm going to show you guys super quick how to use the chatbots in the server. A lot of you get confused whenever it comes down to it. I'll run that one by you. That way, you're not left in the dark. So let's get to it. All right, so here we are on the Discord server Optimistic Family. So it is /optimism. So let's go ahead. Once you guys get here, you start in this welcome channel. Now, noticed, I said this in the last video, that not a lot of people know how to read above a 3rd grade level. A lot of you do a very good job. There's over 7,000 of you in here. But I've noticed that only 5,224 have bothered to actually react to give themselves the initial role to get into the server. That makes me sad. So, what you need to do is read these rules. You know, be kind to others, no drama, no toxicity of our city, no racism, no link sharing, no external server invites, no talking about sysbot because now it's a chatbot, keep swearing to a minimum, no jokes about lolly or underage women, no one's a pervert here, I hope, stay optimistic, absolutely no alt accounts are allowed into the server. This causes abusive chats and flooding of chats, but nobody gives a damn, so they don't listen anyway, and they create alts and flood the bots anyway. Whatever. Anyway, right here, the most important thing that you can read. If you have read the above and you understand the rules, you may tap on the reaction below, an arrow pointing at this reaction here. If you cannot see the reaction, please enable reactions through your Discord settings with big exclamation points on either side. Guess people don't know how to read that either, but it's okay. I understand. My brain doesn't work sometimes too. I'm not upset that you don't read it. I'm more discouraged. It's okay. I promise it's okay. Now, some of you have pointed out that because I have phone verification turned on, that you can't react to this. Okay? I get it. And I'm sorry. I'll let you in manually. Instead of commenting on YouTube and telling me it sucks because phone verification, just tell me your Discord username. I'll let you in manually. It's not a big deal. Never has been a big deal. It's never bothered me. This is what I do for a living. It's not a big deal. I have plenty of time. Now, some of you may wonder why we have phone verification. It's to keep alt accounts out. It works for the most part, but then other times, you know, people are a little bit smarter than Discord, so it happens. So to get into the server, because you won't see any of this stuff here at all, you'll just click this and the rest of the server is going to open up for you. Right now, as soon as you get in here, you're going to see chatbot. This is the most important thing. Remember that thing I said about hashtag chat rules? Yeah, there's a document right here that tells you exactly how to use the bots. It's just like before, guys. Just like before. You can follow the old video, you can follow this document. It's going to tell you how to do it. So once you get here, you'll go to select chat. You'll find the bot that you want to use. Now the bot that you use, you can use it for however long you want. You used to be able to only use that one bot that you selected, but I made a change since then. If you guys are having issues with the bot that you're using, you can type !change bot, just like that. When you type !change bot, now you obviously won't be able to type it in select the chat. You'll be able to type it in whatever bot channel that you're in and it'll work fine. You can do that and it's going to remove whatever role you selected from you, so you can come back to select a chat and pick a new one. So that's just in case anything goes wrong. Now you can use that command once every 24 hours. That way you get a little bit of a taste of, you know, if this bot's down, I still have access to another one. Now some people say, I'd like to test all of the bots. You don't have to. They're all the same thing. They're all the same. They all do dot trade. They all trade you Pokemon. That's pretty much all there is to it. Oh well. This person doesn't know how to read. So KV Derp J, thank you for being a derp. Sorry for roasting you in a video, but please to God, read. It's not hard. Anyway, that's that. If you guys want to become a supporter, you can head up to support the server. You'll see my Patreon link. You guys can head there. That link is also in the description as well. But you guys can head there. And that's pretty much that. I mean, we've got like a bonus roles section, so if you guys like Animal Crossing, you want to play Animal Crossing with us, you can react to this message. It's going to give you the Animal Crosser role, and that'll take you to the Animal Crossing portion of the Discord. So real nice there. Regardless, we're done here with Discord. You know, there's not much to using the bots. Like I said, all you gotta do is go down to the chat rules section, click on this document. It's gonna take you in there. It's gonna tell you exactly what you need to do. I think the more important part though wasn't really explained in this. More or less it needed to be explained on how to actually select the bot, how to get into the server. So we're done. We're done. That's the end of it. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you guys had a good time. You guys get the whole LAN play thing figured out. If you have any questions, I'm going to say consult the guide. LAN play is not something I do very often. Now, I will tell you all right away, depending on the router that you have, you might not be able to do LAN play. Now, I'm saying that now because I had a problem whenever I was using stock router, like the modem router that Spectrum gives you. I had a major problem with it and it would not work whatsoever. So I went out, I invested in a new router. Works fine. Now, I didn't get that new router for LAN play, I got it for the bots, but that was an extra plus that happened. Nonetheless, enjoy Sysbot. Enjoy land play. Enjoy illegal Pokemon. Enjoy all kinds of crazy stuff. Before you ask, those illegal Pokemon get me banned? No, illegal Pokemon is not gonna get you banned. The game won't even let you use them online. You're good. Good. Yes, silly. And no, Sysbot won't get you banned either. Jesus Christ. Jesus. You're fine. Promise. Pinky promise. Anyway, you all be good. I'm gonna go get ready to stream over on twitch.tv/optimism_24/7. And I'll see you guys over there, hopefully, if you want to come check me out. If you want to support the Optimistic family, you want to become a part of the Optimistic family, come to Twitch. Come to the dark side. We have cookies. And if you guys want to support me and the things that I do, patreon.com/optimism247. The links are in the description below, as well as everything included with the land play, what you need for land play, what you need for land play. It's pretty much that. You all have a lovely and fantastic Monday. You all are the absolute best, and I couldn't ask for a better community. I'll see you guys on stream. I'll see you guys. Hopefully I'll put out another video on Wednesday, so I'll see you guys Wednesday. Let's be more consistent. Let's be more optimistic. And you know what I'm going to tell you guys to do? Stay optimistic. Post-production optimism check. So what's up? Just realized that no amount of editing is going to get rid of the dojo music that's playing over top of the Discord tutorial. Obviously that's coming from Pokemon, and obviously I probably should have muted that. Wait, post-production Opti getting some interference. Look at that. I did it again. Post-production optimism forgot to cut the Pokemon music off. Look at that. Look at that garbo. Look, man. So, for real. I do apologize. I know that we probably had some really cool chill beats. Thanks, DJ. I know we had some really cool chill beats until that part. I know it's damn near impossible to get rid of music like that, especially if it's embedded with the video. Regardless, I still hope you all have a lovely day. I apologize for the dojo music that is an Isle of Armor. Some of you may like it, but I don't like having in-game music in my videos. That's why I usually mute my game. So, yeah. That's that. And, oh yeah, I'm doing keto. Losing weight because my tits are too big. They gotta go. I'll see you.